will
The
begin.
cash is back and ready to go. You've
Cash
heard
is
that,
back.
guys. The cash is back. The cash is back. We probably could make a nice jazz clip out of it, but anyway, this is StarCraft. This is not a music lesson for us. This is StarCraft. So let's jump straight into the game itself. And here we are on GSL Whirlwind. A map that was introduced in that awesome tournament by those awesome map makers. Is probably the biggest map currently in the map pool, I think.
It is absolutely the biggest map in the map pool. In any map pool in any major tournament is the biggest map.
Yeah. So here we are, and spawning in the top right position on GSL Whirlwind. His name is
Empire Cast.
Yay! And here at the opposite, and this is not cross position only, this is any sort of position. GSL Whirlwind is the only map that has that feature right now in the current ladder map pool. His name is
Liquid Snute.
Yay! I would say something more in the lines of Liquid Snute, but you know, I'm just overwhelmed with the personalities. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to try something different next time around. So
I
I'll mix
have
it
too
up
many
next
other
time.
egos. We could go with the GSL voice like Liquid Snute, or we could do a really dark voice like
Liquid Snute.
But I don't really think that the viewers would like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll have to just see what happens next time. Who knows? Who knows what I end up deciding to do? I won't think about it, so it'll just come out spontaneously. Kind of afraid.
Yeah, so
We
right
should be
now,
okay though.
Yeah, we should be okay. Right now, Kaz has found what Jim Raynor was looking for in the first Wings of Liberty campaign. All those, you know, how were they called? Not obelisks? No, it's, could you tell him that this is a best of
Artifact. Zell
Yeah,
Naga artifact.
So this is a Zell Naga artifact that Jim Raynor was looking for, and, you know, it brought him to his doom. You don't need to follow the chick, guys. Sometimes you're just better off finding yourself someone else. But you know, there are, you know, those Zelnaga artifacts are in abundance on this map, and Cass is just missing out on that critical part. Probably he could sell them for a nice mineral value, but instead he's just going command center first, which is a ballsy move against a player like Snute.
Yeah, a little bit intense with the command center first here. Very much interesting. We do have the refinery following up. Wonder if we'll play any Reapers. I haven't seen a whole lot of command center first, Heart of the Swarm. A lot of it has been barracks expands, but yeah, I'd be interested to see exactly how that works out. Snute is going for the spawning pool second, but it looks like no, that's just a scout. I was wondering if he'd go for another hatch rate quickly. Because it's a whirlwind. No scouting his opponent yet, so he's probably going to play it safe and get some gas relatively soon.
We have just been corrected by our viewers.
Oh, really?
That it is not Liquid Snute. No, it is Liquid Snute. It seems, at least the viewers like that. So, how do you pronounce that? I mean, Snute has been called Snute for majority of the tournaments I have seen and have been casting. But I'm not really sure how you should pronounce
I'm gonna have to.
that.
I'll write that down. I'll tell you what. I'll write that down. I'm gonna research it because it bothered me for the longest time that people called Zaka Sock. That was like no. His name's not Sock. It's Zaka. It's German. Like pronounced initial S's with a Z sound. You pronounce the E with a schwa. Like it's German. That's the way German works. He's a German player. Please.
And you can kind of see that working against him. Like, who is he? Oh, he's Zuck. You know?
yeah. They'd be like either
Sucks.
they use the Z and not pronounce the E, or they'd say sake, which is like I don't know, some sort of French variation. Sake, I don't know exactly.
But anyway,
that was
we
all
have a
about.
run by with the Zerglings here, and Cass is all nice, safe and dandy here with this bunker. No problem at all for him.
Try a little
However,
run-by
there is
here.
no wallet, and uh-oh, the Zerglings are going in, and they will see what's happening. Ah, you decided to opt in for a nice factory there, my friend. Why? I wonder what are you going to transition into? You don't have the second gas in your main. That really tells me a lot.
Yeah, so probably some reactor Hellion play here. He is going to be going with the follow-up of the Starport.
And a triple command center build.
Snute still on 2 bases here. He's going double gas on 2 bases, which is not completely unheard of. But if he doesn't go for a third base soon, we can expect some sort of a two-base push, very strong two-base push coming out of.
So, free base play of Cass and two base play of Azurk, that is something we don't really see frequently. It seems Snute will be just exploring the recent development of his aggressive two-base style play, because I remember that back in Wings of Liberty he would probably always go for 3 expansions, and he wouldn't care what happens. He would just play off that standard opening with 3 base Zerg. Nowadays, whenever I cast him, I notice more and more frequently that he starts off 2 bases, goes for some tech and aggression, and then goes for the 3rd base. And oh my god, this drone has just been missed by those Hellions here.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Makes 9 roaches and then takes the 3rd. So, using those roaches to secure the expansion, he's going to be able to ward off these Hellions. No, he's going to walk right past the Hellions. Just going to move on. You know what, Hellions? Saw you, but I'm just going to leave you alone for the time being.
Yeah, there's a Medivac on the map, but it's very actively avoiding any attention from the Overlord, and Cass right now losing, nearly losing. Did you see that bullet dodge? Oh my god, Neo from Matrix
no
would not be ashamed of that move.
No damage on the Hellion at all. Literally pulls it up at the last moment, so the acid doesn't even touch the armor at all. Very nice. But yeah, pretty strong roach pressure coming in here. He doesn't have a whole lot to defend, especially because he's only got 1 Marauder. The 3 Hellions aren't going to help out all that much, but it's definitely better than nothing. He's going to be able to stay away from that bunker and get a lot of damage done here. He's at least slowing down this gas mining time on the left side.
Have to work double shift, and he's being focused. Nice pull with the Medivac. Wow, that's really good of Cass, but he's going to lose the second one. No, he saves it. Such an awesome micro.
Yep, using that boost to quickly grab that Marauder and get him out of there. Very nice. In the meantime, though, this orbital command is taking a lot of free hits, and with the Widowmine out, it's going to signal his moving out into the middle area. He's going to try to avoid it the best he can.
Oh!
Comes very nice micro. He moves forward with everything. The Widowmine triggers and he pulls back just at the right moment in time. And that's not like it is with Ravens, where your unit lights up red. You know, he had to know which unit was activating it first and pull it off to the side. Very well done there.
That's exactly right. And right now, Cass will go for immediate counter-attack. Now, I see that he has a lot of Marauders inside his Medivac. Normally, those would probably be Marines. But since he noticed the roaches, he just had to switch his production. And by the way, this ability to switch your production so fast and adjust to whatever is necessary at the moment is really good of Cass.
Yep, absolutely. Playing a pretty flexible playstyle. A fillet style, as in a set of fish. That is the style, of course, that Cass is playing. But yeah, so double drop going all the way around here. He's gonna get spotted by this creep tumor. It looks like he's not gonna make any sort of sneaky move into the 3rd. Snoot's got his safety spore crawlers in every base, safe from any sort of crazy shenanigans.
Yeah, a nice spread by Cass. Cass, I noticed, is very good with spreading his units, and also at taking down creep. He would just spread out as thinly as possible. Now going for the roaches, trying to deal as much damage as is possible.
It's gonna be a nice little sandwich, but he should be able to lift off and get out of here.
Run away. Yeah, this is not a subway station. They don't give nice sandwiches, especially if you're about to be eaten by a bunch of roaches.
Roach speed kicks in, and that's gonna trigger this big movement out of roaches. He's got 12 roaches on the way. This is a really scary push. He's only got 1 Widowmine and a small bunch of Marines and Marauders to deal with this. The Widowmine gets targeted down. No splash damage is gonna help here. Really nice kiting from Cass. And he's got this excellent choke that he can fight in. The SCVs get pulled. This is gonna be a big deal. He needs to be able to take them down. Either way, I mean, the SCVs are falling, and
oh my god, 25 workers killed. Oh my god, this is just terrible for Cass right now. He went too greedy for economics, and Snute just exploited it right away with a bunch of roaches.
With all these roaches, and they're continuing across the map. We have 9 on the way. This is not stopping anytime soon. He's going for the kill.
Snute just went like, and there was a ton of roaches there. No
Yep.
big secret about it. And right now, Cass is already on his old course, trying to get back to the game, but there are 2 Widow Mines though. May the Widow Mines save the day? Well, they may at least try. Oh, this one gets taken down. The second one doesn't even fire. It is not looking good for Cass right now.
No, it is absolutely not. 14 roaches on the way. You're just gonna continue doing this, and this is the checkmate area. This is the production facilities. Once you get here on top of the Terran, you're gonna have to GG. Snute wins game 1. That is best of 9.
Well, so the game 1 kinda, well, I wouldn't say one-sided, but it was kinda biased towards Snute direction. Cass tried to do some nice aggression, but none of that really worked. I think he was expecting to play against a very standard 3-base Zerg. Instead, Snute played off 2 bases into aggression, then into the 3rd base, which is a major difference when you consider the timings where you can be most hurt. And, you know, Cass was trying to find a loophole somewhere in those timings of Snute, but there was none. He was just safe. So anyway, guys, we'll be back with you after a short commercial break. This is Snute versus Cass, best of 9. You're watching Jäger's TV. My name is Jäger, and with me casting is the Jack Attack. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. We're now into game number 2. Snute already leading with 1-0. And for those of you who have just joined the stream, let us do the introductions and show the pleasantries. Here he is as the red Terran with balls of steel spawning in the top right corner. His name is
Empire Cause.
Oh my god, that was so awesome, I love it. And now spawning the bottom left corner on the same map, unfortunately, his name is
Liquid Snute.
Oh yeah, oh my god, you could be an announcer. I mean,
I do many impressions, and silly car salesman announcers on commercials is one.
oh. Well, if we fail with our casting career, we should just build ourselves a huge villa, and we will both try to exercise announcing guests. So whenever someone will visit us, hey guys, I don't really think you're famous, but why do you have such a huge house? Because we do.
Yes, we'll have announcing matches, see who can announce in the most grandiose way possible. It'll be quite fun. We do have an early pool coming out of Snute here. So a little bit of aggression on Daybreak. This is actually something we just saw recently in the ZVP. We saw the 10 pull on Daybreak again. I know a lot of people like to go for that fast command center, fast nexus. So Snute, probably knowing this as well, is going to use this as as a point to make an attack here.
Yeah. Oh, and Cass is going for CC first with a wall-in using the command center. I mean, as long as he manages to squeeze in a second supply depot here, he should be more or less fine. However, a safer version of this build is just to go first to supply depots, then command center. At least I saw that a couple of times. Now we have Raxus here, so it seems Cass should be safe against whatever Snute has to throw at him. But Snute also going for a very fast gas, and wow, do you see this? He's not going at all. Poor Zerglings right now, he's just saving.
Whoa.
And yeah, I was going to say that.
Oh wow, did he scout that? 1 second, did he scout the wall in, or does he know? Yeah, he must just, Cass and Snute are on friendly terms, and they probably play each other quite a bit. Just being on the top of the Grandmaster ladder, you're gonna play a bit, and is very likely knows that this is his type of style that he's gonna do, and he's going right for a big roach all-in here. This is gonna be very intense, but that command center first is not going to do very well against this roach all-in, and the scout is coming kind of late from Cass.
So it's going to be quite intense. 6 roaches already on the way. Now there is a transition from this. You can go 7 roaches and then just expand. I wonder if Snute is going for that or just all-in aggression with roaches on the way. And Cass is going to scout it. Oh!
Is he going to see it? Oh, he's going to see it. Oh, almost. He was almost able to stop that scout, but he did not, and that's going to give Cass ample time to throw down bunkers and all that stuff. This is a huge advantage for Cass, getting that scout off, because otherwise he would not have been able to know very much. He did scout the lack of an expansion, which is always, you know, a warning, but now he knows specifically, oh, okay, I'm dealing with a roach all-in. So Snoot's going to have to make something happen here. He's already gone to drone production, so he knows that because this is scouted, Cass is going to know how to defend it well. But he is going to try to get as much damage done as he can with these 7 roaches, and hopefully not fall too far behind economically.
So Snute has this overload in place already, so this is a critical point of doing the 7 roach rush. And he's going straight after barracks. Now SCVs will try to repair it, however, oh yes, they will squeeze in just between the factory and an expansion. So they're trying to do the repairs, but no, it's not really possible. And now going for a Widow Mine. Cass is very desperate.
Yep, Cass is going to be defending this with the Widow Mine there. Going to add a lot of damage. So far, Snute has managed to take down a supply depot.
And he used the overload
here.
He used the overload to take the damage from the Widow Mine. And let's see what the worker losses are. It's up to 8 right now, and Snute is in the base of the Terran now against those Marines. I'm not sure how much damage he can deal with only 1 roaches, with most of the legs being torn off. But but still, it turns to a bloody mess, but a bloody mess is still okay if you got 8 workers killed. And what does Snute do in the background? Of course he double expands.
Now keep in mind, because of that attack, when you do an all-out attack like that, you're not only sacrificing your army, your economy, you're sacrificing your tech. So there is no layer on the way right now. Queens are being built, so the Widow Mine during this point in time can be really, really powerful, and then we do see a Widow Mine drop coming in from Cass, and Snute has nothing but spore crawlers to stop it. Fortunately, he's gonna build these spore crawlers.
Well, at least he will have the spore crawlers. Yeah, crawlers. That's you know, a major ingredient of defending anything that's hidden. Now, well, Cass goes for it, and does he burrow? Yes, he does. And there is, oh my God, was it just 3 workers? Oh my God, what is this? Is this a joke?
A joke? No. Very nice, very nice. Oh, look at this, and because the spore crawler moves around so quickly, he's going to be able to catch it. Very nice. I really like that they changed the spore crawler in Heart of the Swarm to not require the evolution chamber. In Wings of Liberty, it did require an evolution chamber, and had that been the case, Snute would not have been able to defend.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, so far so good. Cass is not looking bad at all. However, he has lost a bit more workers. a little bit more workers than Snute did, and he is going for the triple command center build. Again, Cass is well known both on the ladder and in tournaments for being a very greedy player. He sometimes will play a very aggressive game against you though, and just to throw you off balance. But for now, he's sticking out to his good old style of being very, very greedy. And he's also having this Viking on the map. Maybe, for those of you who are newer to StarCraft 2, Jack, would you care to explain what the purpose of that Viking is?
Well, Vikings have a long range and they're an air-to-air unit, and they can pick off overlords. And while it might not seem like a lot, it's like, oh, one overlord here, one overlord there. He can just rebuild the overlords. He probably won't get supply block. The really big advantage of doing this is putting the Zerg in the dark. Vision wins games in a major way. And now that he's cleared out any overlords, this drop is going to be completely unspotted, and he'll be able to run in here very quickly with the Hellbats and hopefully roast some drones.
Hello, it's time for roasting! Ah! And it's time for roasting indeed, guys. So many drones are getting nearly killed. 3 of them died. Roaches try to help, but they are just so. That was really so damn close
to a big hit. And even if he doesn't kill that many drones, he's losing tons of mining time right now. Cass is in big trouble with this. He's I'm sorry, Cass is doing very well with this. Snute's in trouble, but he manages an excellent defense. Workers killed, only 8 Liquid Snute. So
yep.
And so, 7 for Cass, so they're kind of even here. They both tried some aggression, didn't really work out. Moderate damage.
Yeah, moderate damage is always nice. I mean, it's still better than not having any damage though. And he just managed to come back to the game a little bit when it comes to the economy. And now, if we check the worker numbers, of course the Zerg is ahead. He's even far ahead with 71 workers. But that's because he's a Zerg and he can just spawn workers, and you know, he doesn't have any production buildings for the units, so he will just use all the larvae to get a worker advantage. Now that's always at an expense. Yep.
I have a question for you. What is more powerful than one medevac dropping Hellbats?
2 medivacs dropping Hellbats.
2 medivacs dropping Hellbats, and that's what we're gonna see.
Twice as powerful, guys. We need
twice
to
as
that.
Exactly twice as powerful.
Right.
This is going to be really
Snute,
nice.
Very
excellent reaction time here, but a lot of splash damage being dealt to the drones. Unfortunately, a lot of them got aggroed by that queen. Didn't kill the queen, and oh man, that was a really big missed opportunity to roast drones.
Well, I wouldn't say so. He's already up to 16 drone skills, so it turned out well. I mean, he probably spent as much on the Hellbats as the drones would cost to Snute. And drones also cost larva, and they also bring some income. So if you lose drones, you lose the income. So I think all in all, he went really well with this push.
Yeah, definitely a cost-effective engagement for him. And again, we have more Hellbat drops up at the top. He's all over the place. Look at this.
Nice. And what Snute does instead, he just goes for a roach attack. And there are siege tanks already, so he immediately goes for siege tanks. Oh, not so effective. He has to run away. And oh, so much roach roasted right here by the Hellbats. Not that effective this attack was. The drop, on the other hand, oh my god, Cass is already up to 27 drones killed this match.
Yeah, and there it was. That drop in the main after the distraction at the third was so powerful.
Speaking of powerful, someone on the chat is in the mood for saying Protoss overpowered. I think this match shows exactly that Protoss is the most overpowered.
Absolutely.
Race, yeah.
I mean, has the Protoss lost any units yet this game? No. 15 minutes, no damage dealt to the Protoss at all. That's just unfair.
Yeah, Protoss go unscratched this match. So anyway, Taurs are now just getting some free advice from the Hellions and the Hellbats, sorry, how to get healed by the medivacs if you look just human enough. But it doesn't seem to be working for the Forge, and they will have to rely on good old being repaired with a wrench by an SCV.
But we do have a pretty big Mutalisk switch coming in from Snute. The Thors are already out, but they're also out of position. So, oh, wow, there's two early birds are like, all right, we got here first. We're gonna start attacking. It's like, no, wait for everyone else. We're like, we don't want to. And then we have it attacked coming into the middle of the map. Muta's engaging on the Vikings, which looked like it would be nice, but at the same time, both players decide, no, I don't want to engage yet. And they both go all the way back home to their bases.
Shoot, go away. I didn't like you. So
like, oh my god, there's a Terran here. Let me go home, refigure this out. Holy crap.
Yeah, there are already 10 mutas right now on the map, an additional 5 on the way, with +2 carapace upgrade and +1 shooting damage. Now that's looking quite fine for the Zerg right now. And Snute is going in for the main. There was only 1 turret, so Cass cannot really defend it, but here the Vikings come alongside with the force in the background. And will Snute go for it? Oh my god, there is not too much that can shoot down on those again,
right. At least we got 3 Vikings over here and 1 Thor, and that's pretty much. Oh, we had 2 new Vikings come out. But, I mean, that's not really much of a match for the new Mutalisk.
No, the new Mutalisk is a very fast unit, and also, Liquid Snute goes for a run by, but there are so many siege tanks, and only with so many you can deal with a Roach Force, not too much damage dealt. But the Mutas take down the command center here, so eventually they got out on top. Oh, nice magic box, not too many Mutas killed by the 4, but it was a close shave.
Yep, and that attack down at the 3rd of cast, that's the reason why you can't have the Widow Mines really close to your worker line, because they just send in their melee unit, so they bring out 1 Mutalisk into your worker line, and all of a sudden your Widow Mine just dealt tons of damage, leaving each of your SCVs with like no health at all. And there's a giant engagement in the middle of the map here. There are Lings looking off to the side, not participating. They're saying, oh, we hate Hellbats, we are not going in there. And he ends up pulling back, so unfortunate Snute gets caught there. In the meantime, though, he's putting down a whole lot of spine crawlers.
Oh, and he's switching into Swarm Host. I was already suspecting that there are going to be infestors with fungal, which is always a nice response to the mech army. But no, they aren't. There are going to be Swarm Hosts, which seem to be a nice counter to mech play.
Yep, and a whole lot of them just popped out. This could be literally just in time. And we might see that endless battle of Siege Tank versus Swarm Host. But the issue is there aren't that many Siege Tanks in comparison to the amount of Locusts that are going to come out of these Swarm Hosts. He's going to try to get down in there. Swarm Hosts really are a siege unit. Moving them in that close is going to hurt their chances of doing well.
The Mutas come in, but will this help? And Snute retreats with the Swarm Host. That's a very neat trick. You can just burrow them, wait until the Locusts come, and then you will unburrow and run away like crazy. But you have to be careful. So Snute kind of helped his own Swarm Host with the Mutas, sacrificing some of the Mutas for the sake of the Swarm Host. And he's doing exactly that right now, just pushing the position, making sure he gets as many Locust wave as possible.
Oh, but this army from Cass is huge. I don't know if he's going to be able to defend against this.
You need to run. Very fast, and there are, oh my god, so many Swarm Hosts. But will he push Cass back? I mean, every shot that the Swarm Hosts get is a free kill or a free damage, because Swarm Hosts, except the starting unit, they do not have any cost for spawning the Locusts. And right now, the Cass numbers are just dwindling. His army is just being lost. And in the meanwhile, Snute is going with all-in Muta harassment.
Yep, doing a little bit of Muta harass there, making sure that base gets denied. If he can keep Cass on to 3 bases, he's going to be in a really nice spot. But the issue is, he is losing all of his economy right now. He is down to 3 bases himself. I mean, really 2 bases, because his third is just being reconstructed right now.
And all the SCVs here, are they going to be taken down? No. Snute retreats. Snute waits to lay the siege properly. How many Swarm Hosts does he has on the map? Oh my god, 17 Swarm Hosts. It's not 70, guys. 70 would be ridiculous. But he's using that very nicely, even sending them here to get an additional siege tank kill, perhaps. Maybe some damage on the 4. This is looking so good for Snute right now. Even though he has lost so much economy, he has, I would say, an army that Cass is not really able to deal with.
Well, the issue is that Cass has this big group of army that he cannot escape with. These Swarm Hosts are cutting off his path of retreat. So these units are as good as dead. At least you can get a lot of medevacs over there to pick them up, and I really don't think that's going to be happening.
Yeah, so Swarm Host here, Swarm Host there, Swarm Host everywhere. I really like the micro that Snute is having with the Swarm Host. This is exactly the way you should be playing them. Very active with repositioning, very very active with cutting off the escape paths for your enemy. And right now, Cass trying to swing here, but that's not really possible. No swing present.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to finish off this armor with his Mutalisks. And it works out quite well, doing a very nice magic box to deal with those Thors. And only 2 tanks remain, the bravest 2 tanks in the world, and they will get taken out by a bunch of Mutalisks.
Yeah, sorry.
In the meantime, though, we have the Swarm Host push going down. Not a lot of creep spread on the map, not a lot of vision for Snute, but he is getting his Swarm Host into a nice position, and he's going to be able to siege this base.
That's all he needs. And by the way, notice how he always keeps his overlords with the army. That's to make sure that the Widow Mines don't deal enough damage to him. And oh my god, he's going straight for the Planetary Fortress. He nearly took it down with only Locusts. Those little bastards do a lot of damage.
Yes, they do. Cass managed to repair just in time. But yeah, this is the issue. He's going to be pushing right through with this army. And with the way that Swarm Hosts work, you really need to get a critical mass of them in order to... oh god, the burrowing units, the 2 burrowing units battle it out.
Oh!
Swarm Hosts go down! Oh my god, that was a lot of dead Swarm Hosts.
We're down to 15 from what was previously 20 and a couple. So that's looking bad. But in the meanwhile, Snute managed to take down the third of Cass, the previous third of Cass. Cass still has 3 bases, but Snute is just reigning free here. He's taking down everything he can. He took down 3 command centers, and now Cass is flying back.
Oh, we got big Thor hits here. Managed
Uh-oh.
to magic box at the last second. Very well done.
And
Such an interesting play. He's using the Swarm Host here as his immobile sieging unit. Oh god, the Mutalisks go down. And he was until they almost all died, using the Mutalisk as his sort of mobile attacker. And it was working out. They were having a really nice unit composition, but
Snute is sick with all that aggression on multiple fronts, microing both Mutas and Swarm Hosts. No one has seen Swarm Hosts being played that actively for now, and Cass is having trouble defending this Planetary Fortress. He really needs it, and on top of that, he also wants to secure this third here again, because there are still a lot of minerals there. And now we have the Mutas just going in for the SCV kills, and Snute even continuing the everlasting aggression with the Locusts.
in the meantime, though, we do have a big counter push coming in. So many Thors. We have 8 Thors pushing out with some tanks and Hellbats. This is going to be really, really difficult to deal with. But Snute doesn't seem to be worrying about it. He's going to be pushing for it.
Sorry to interrupt, there was a Widow Mine burrow just right under the Mutas. And Snute
Always
right now,
interrupts. Oh my god, we have another Widow Mine.
Oh,
I just, but not as big as it could be.
I just saw some dead guts on the ground, and Snute is having his open front right now, and Cass is approaching the natural, so Cass seems to be going for a base raid. But no, he has enough units. Oh my god, where did he get all of those force from? He can easily deal with the Mutas right now. There are no Mutas left, and the Swarm Hosts are not such big of a threat if you help and count in with the Hellions. But you need to be careful. You cannot leave. You cannot lose your momentum. If you lose your momentum against Swarm Hosts, you're dead meat.
Yeah, absolutely. But the issue is, if he's going to be going against Swarm Hosts, he has to worry about Swarm Hosts. There's going to be more than 6 of them, or 5 of them right now, and that's all that's left. In the meantime, he's managed to hollow out the base of Snute, and he's right. He's going for the chokehold here. He's going directly into the. He's not going into the main. He's going to the natural. He's changed. I've changed my statement there. I thought he was going for the main, but
so
it looks
now,
like he's
guys,
just in an unbeatable position here.
Yeah, Cass seems to be unbeatable right now, and even though Snute has done such a nice job with the harassment,
There it is.
eventually Cass claims the game. I claim this game in the name, and blah blah blah. It all got a very old joke, really, guys. So anyway, what an impressive games from both of these guys. Cass really holding up against those swarm hosts, and a lot of us have been having issues with defending that recently. So anyway, we will march up to the next game. This is a best of 9 series. Remember, after we're done, there's a free Heart of the Swarm giveaway at the end of the stream, just because we want to help StarCraft 2 community grow even bigger. And for now, I invite you all for a short commercial break. We'll be back in 3 minutes, so don't go anywhere. You're watching Giga TV. Okie dokie. It's time to start the game number 3, because this is a free world. I don't know what I was about to say. Anyway, we cannot replay this game again to make sure that the introduction was done right, so let us pick up the pieces and go as best as we can. Here, spawning in the bottom right corner of Belshir Vistage, his name is... Muted Jack. His name is Empire
Gas. See, I was tricking you, and we were going for the double. You didn't even know it. See, that's what that was. Continue.
Anyway, here, spawning the top left position on the same map, he is Liquid
Snute. Perfect.
Yeah.
In any case, sorry about that.
No problem.
You have the Overlord coming down at the regular time, so you won't see any early pulls. Snute is just... he is looking really strong, but that mech play from Koss is really cool. We don't get to see as much mech play as I would like to see, but that was just such a strong move, moving across the entire map with 8 Thors and, you know, a couple of other mech units, but it was just this really heavy Thor base that was super interesting.
Yeah,
I was a little bit disappointed that the Swarm host play didn't work out. I thought that was really cool with the Needless.
So anyway, guys, there was a question on the chat about the adverts. Adverts are a way of helping us to support this channel, so if you don't like to watch them, just go and grab a cup of coffee, or you may just turn on your ad block. There is nothing happening while the ads are happening, and this helps us to give this advertising back into the community in the form of Heart of the Swarm free copies every single stream. That's the general rule we have. We want this community to be bigger and bigger, and the strategy we picked is just to give away free Heart of the Swarm copies everywhere. So I mean, you know, I really like when people support us and watch ads, but if they don't, that's still cool. We want this community to be as big as possible, but not at anyone's discomfort. So anyway, here we go, and Cass already going into a Reaper harassment, and Reaper, and we should mention that, is very popular recently because he's used as a scout instead of an SCV.
Yeah, definitely. The advantage of sending the Reaper out as a scout instead of the SCV is that you don't have all that lost mining time. So 44 minerals per minute is lost for all the time the scout's out on the map, and then if the scout gets killed, that's 44 minerals per minute you're missing pretty much for the rest of the game. And you know, just building a Reaper, you're going to get there about the same time. You're going to get some damage done, as we're seeing now. Excellent micro from Cap. And you're going to get a full scout, and nothing can stop you.
Oh, and
absolutely
Snute,
perfect.
Did you see that? Snute just hit his very hurt drone inside the gas geyser. That was an epic move.
Turn them into gas geysers, put them into gas geysers. Gas geysers, the savior of workers and the bane of all Reapers.
And now we have Cass with a second Reaper. This is a style very much similar to what Goody is doing on the ladder and while playing. Zerg, with a couple of Reapers worth of harassment, you sometimes even manage to snipe down a Queen or two, which is amazing considering the unit's low price.
Absolutely, 50 minerals, 50 gas. I mean, the gas is quite high, especially early in the game. But if you can make it happen, then it is very nice. The advantage that going for Reapers, because they're so gas heavy, they're equal mineral and gas cost, is that means it'll free up a lot of minerals for you. So it's easy to go 3cc off a Reaper, for instance, which is what we're seeing here.
Uh-oh, and it seems they have been caught in a corner. They will try to escape, but oh, one of them doesn't make it out alive. Oh no, Ricky the Reaper has been killed. Yeah, there's no follow-up to that comment, is there?
Not Ricky the Reaper. No, that was my favorite Reaper. That was the first one. He had so many kills. He had like 0, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the one who was introduced in Wings of Liberty in the campaign, so he was in your hangar telling you what the Reaper is all about, and now he's dead. Whoever will be playing Wings of Liberty now will just not see that unit. He will see the outline of the Reaper, but there will be a small grave there, or maybe a pile of dust. We don't know.
Or maybe, I mean, they don't know which Zerg did it. Maybe still under investigation, just a chalk outline with like some police tape, do not cross, you know, still under investigation. Killed by a Zerg. We're gonna have to, you know, figure out where that Zerg is and put that Zerg to justice, basically. Oh, and the 4 Hellion follow-up. Really strong, especially if you can weaken a lot of drones. It's very similar to the Banshee Hellion openings against Zerg of old. You can weaken a lot of the drones with the Reaper and then come in and clean them up with the Hellions. Really nice building placement here by Snute. He's going to be able to block off a lot of this. With 11 roaches on the way, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, and by the way,
for Cass to
Belshire
get any
Vistage
damage done.
Is a map where you can easily block off as a Zerg. I mean, putting a couple of buildings here, or you know, having a Queen and a couple of roaches, is just easy peasy business for you. It doesn't take a lot of effort to make sure nothing gets to your main. And the Reapers and Hellions have to evacuate. Oh, they even, wow, taking advantage of the bushes and, you know, firing from behind them. That was something good. Cass did a little bit of extra damage, but sometimes in a huge capital battle you can be saved by just a little bit of extra damage that has just happened.
Oh, really nice. We're gonna have 3 mines waiting for these roaches. The issue though is that the mines don't do that well against roaches. Having these marauders here to clean up though is gonna be very strong. Like,
they do well enough.
He's gonna be able to make it into the base.
I think the Widow Mines do well enough. I mean, they are not as good as against Zerglings or Marines or perhaps Zealots or Stalkers, but still they do decently well. It's still a ton of damage that is being dealt to the units, and it's much better. You're much better off having to fight against one less roach. And anyway, Cass getting in here. Uh-oh, he's getting to the natural. The Queens have been out of the position, spamming Cryptomers, and all the workers are aligned.
They're lining up.
Oh, the planets are aligned. Will that cause some end of world scenario, or will it not? No! Cass missed the train here, and he will not do as much damage as we thought he may.
Yeah, unfortunately, couldn't make it into that main mineral line. Forced a lot of lost mining time, but no huge hits. Just really good defense from Liquid Snute.
That's exactly right. Now Cass going for the 3rd base at the same time where Snute is going for his. So those guys right now are very much equal if we take a look at the worker loss. And for just by accident, I turned out the worker supply and I saw 55 workers killed. Oh my god, it was huge. But when did it happen? No, we only had 2 workers killed by Cass this game. So as you can see, not a ton of damage has been dealt by neither of the parties. When it came to losses, it's also very equal. So right now they are having this game on very equal terms, and it's all a matter of their tech choices and transitions that will determine the outcome of this whole war.
Absolutely. Interesting move we have. Empire Cast hotkeys his upgrades on 3 separate hotkeys just in case he misses.
Oh my god!
Quite interesting. I always love to see the players who do the massive hotkey all the way across the board, like, okay, all 10. My command center is on all 10 hotkeys now.
That's a nice way not to miss it, because with with hotkeys, I can use up to 6 or 7 hotkeys, but the 8th and 9th, it gets really tricky. So I just have them bound on my Q and W. Yep. But anyway, that's a nice way of dealing with that obstacle.
Yep. I personally like to do the full custom layout, so I can get all my hotkeys and all of my camera location keys right close next to my fingers, so I never have to reach for anything. But you know, that is a difficult investment for a lot of pro players to make, which is why we haven't seen too much of that just yet.
Right. So by the way, Snute just puking creep all over the buildings here, very annoying to Cass. And notice how buildings right now get infested with creep. It doesn't have a real game-changing effect, but it's still a nice animation. Anyway, Cass going for this attack right now.
Oh, that's a lot of
on the third. Oh, a ton of Widow Mines just cutting off any reinforcement path, and very bold with the Widow Mine placement, by the way. The Zerglings nearly get a kill, but now they just go boom and explode. Now Cass has to be careful. Uh-oh, the Widow Mines may just go straight into the Marines. That's very unfortunate. Cass very careful with the Widow Mines and probably will just evacuate in a second.
Yep, that cooldown on the Widow Mine is really, really long, so you pretty much have one shot per battle. There aren't very many battles that are going to last longer than 40 seconds.
So now Cass is just securing himself another base. This is very standard of this heavy macro-oriented terrain. Now this base of Zerg is still down. Snute cannot retake it really. He just goes for a counter push with a ton of roaches and a lot of Zerglings with banelings. Now, well, is Cass prepared to take this? Well, his natural is all open. Oh my god, all the workers are dying left and right. How many worker kills do we have right now? Snute already up to 21 workers killed. Holy smokes.
Oh yeah, and we're looking at another base race type scenario. Cass in the base of Snute, Snute in the base of Cass. Just getting on top of everything and killing everything possible.
Those two have been playing each other too often. And oh, the Marines see the banelings rolling, and that's the moment where Marines would really wish for them to have a burrow upgrade, but they don't. And now Snute is already in the main, just destroying left and right. Everything that Cass had there has been so preciously built, carefully placed, and then nurtured into maturity. But no, it's all being destroyed. Explosions everywhere. And Snute just dealing a ton of damage. Who will come off with the longer end of the stick in this base raid?
Yes, Snute is running into his main with the last of his drones. A lot of them got killed. And yeah, so in this situation, Snute's gonna be left with his main, and Cass is gonna be able to hold on to his third here for a bit. So advantage is gonna go to Cass because Snute is not mining as much as he'd like to be out of this base.
Oh, and Snute here just running away with a ton of Zerglings. He's trying to kill as much as he can. Cass was trying to build a planetary fortress, but it will not work for him. It is too late. However, this one, you know, he managed to buy himself enough time to build another planetary fortress here. And will he survive this? I mean, he still has a heavy force of units at the Snute's natural, but Snute is also defending well within his main. This is looking like some unfinished business.
This is really intense. He's making a giant like surround of buildings around all of his. He's got a planetary fortress and barracks. He's got Depot's in front of the bunker. He's just like, I am on this base and you will not kill me.
You
In the meantime,
shall
though,
not pass! You know, and the Balrog just runs away scared. This is something that happens very frequently. And Cass trying to lure Snute into the Widow Mines, but they already fired, and now boom! They go right in the face of the Marines. Not looking very good for Cass. He has to run away with the Medivac with only 6 hit points. So it seems Snute starts to be getting this game.
yeah, Snute, and I mean, you can say that we've normalized, but really the tables are just sort of evened out. The advantage is still with Koss right now because he has the base with more minerals, and Snute has a base with 3 minerals.
Yeah. So Cass has to hold up for a second there, but he has to deal. Also, Cass has to deal with this lurking threat of too many roaches and zerglings. I'm not sure he has enough force. Well, it will be determined shortly. Some of the orbital commands here are just to soak up some damage, and besides, there is no other space left on the map for Cass to place buildings. Oh, except the natural. Oh my god, he just retook the natural with a ton of mules. Why not?
Absolutely, really nice moves. He is running back to tank fire, but the issue is, oh, he's not. He's just holding here. He could have hung out and battled under that tank, but he chose not to.
Yeah, slight mispositioning here by Snute and Cass. By Cass, and Cass tried to deal a nice damage with the siege tank, but he just didn't have enough range. Wow, and a really nice approach from behind the bushes, gleich die Ecke. There are some roaches, and sorry guys, you know, you need to deal with it, or maybe get some vision behind the bushes. That's really important in any war scenario.
Yeah, it's just tough to tell what's going on right now. Cass does have the supply advantage in a major way, both in workers and in his base setup is an advantage to him right now. Snute is only on 1 base, and Cass is on 2. So I mean, the longer this game goes on, the better situation Cass is in. Cass also has a bigger bank, so he can make a bigger army. Snoot's gonna have to get some stellar fungals, I would suppose, in order to turn this around. The majority of Cass's army is Marines, so it could work out.
But Snute turned towards his good old friend from the days of Wings of Liberty. Oh my god, did you see that fungal? Holy smokes, that was the most money fungal I have ever seen in Heart of the Swarm. It's so difficult to get a good fungal nowadays. It just flies so slow. It doesn't, well, it deals the same damage, but it's just so much more difficult to land it properly. And Cass here, hey, taking down this expansion. Snute may not even have a chance to cancel. He just cancelled in the last nick of time. Oh my god, and now Cass going for this drop, and Snute has to back away with his units in hope of saving his main. That's his only last chance. And Cass realizes, uh-oh, a little bit too many roaches for my taste, and just runs back.
Yep, the upgrade advantage does go to Cass in this situation, though. He's 2-2 compared to the 0-2 roaches. The Zerglings do have +2 attack, but the roaches don't, and that's the main composition of...
So where are we now? Cass, it seemed he has gathered enough force for him to be comfortable to go and play in the backyard right now. Another nice fungal here in the main of Snute, and he has so many infestors. Will that work for him though? You know, Cass has such a heavy force. Everything will come down to the splitting abilities.
Yep, really nice. He's got 5 tanks. It's going to be very difficult to break through. If he just slowly pushes through here, it's going to be tough. He is setting up I thought he was setting up a flank, but it looks like he's just going to try to counterattack.
I'm not really sure what is going through the head of Snute right now, and by the way, he's trying the counterattack, but it is not all that effective right now, and Cass will be able to defend it nice and easy. He has a siege tank, he has a planetary fortress, hard to deal with if you don't have
a lot of siege tanks going down here though. He's got free reign of this bottom area, a lot of production structures over there.
But then we need to remember that Cass still has the superior army, and also, another nice fungal.
Oh
my god, and another
Look at all those fungals, everything is going to die.
Oh my,
Oh-hoo!
how did that happen?
2 hit point Marines.
2 hit
Two
point.
hit
Hey
point
guys,
Marines.
hey guys, we got back home. Oh my god, you don't have any arms or legs, you're just corpses right now. Yeah, but we got back home, didn't we?
And I want to mention this. If you look at the oh well, it's still going on. Never mind. We have a roach coming down to attack, killing a lot of SCVs. Hopefully gonna get cleaned up. Yeah, definitely gonna get cleaned up by Cass. But yeah, while that's getting cleaned up, if you look over at the what is now the new main base of Cass, he put the Widow Mine right above a barracks. So the picture of the the visual of the barracks actually covers up the Widow Mine, so that Snute will not know that it's there. Won't be able to run away. Snute GG's. That is all.
That is all. So
Yeah, it was a very sneaky little move
the
there.
end of our run. I mean, this game has been as epic as the previous one. Don't you guys have the sense that whenever we play a show match on Jäger's TV, it just turns out epic? I'm not sure how the players do it, but we try to do our best to give it the best casting the match deserves. So anyway, my name is Yegwen. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch in the address links that are posted here in the left top corner of the screen. And with me casting is the Jack Attack. You can follow him on Twitter at the Jack Attack. And anyway, guys, we'll be going now into a short commercial break. After 3 minutes, we're back with the next match. And I just got this sense somewhere that it's going to be at least as epic. Well, Jack, it seems that your admin is slow. DevBlood SC2 is saying on the chat, someone banned him faster than me. It was me. It was the power of Yegwen who is hiding against, against all odds as the Van Helsing, guys. I'm the Van Helsing of the internet. If you see someone ban really fast, that must be me. So anyway, here we go with the next game, and coming right up, here he is, spawning in the bottom left position on Cloud Kingdom map. Here's
Empire Cross.
Oh my god, Jack, you need to quit that right now. And and here's spawning. I'll give you a second chance. So here's spawning in the top right position. He is
Liquid Snute.
Alright, that's much better.
You fear the falsetto.
I
Okay, it's a natural, healthy fear. Many men are afraid of the falsetto. You don't have to be upset about it or ashamed. That it's a very, very natural fear that many men have.
Well, but we watch StarCraft to be manly and to feel more manly, and we play StarCraft to feel more manly because this game is about shooting down aliens or being aliens.
Where does that leave all of the women who play StarCraft?
That makes them very awesome women. Right now, I have my wife playing the campaign of Heart of the Swarm, and yes, I have a wife who plays StarCraft too. Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
that
awesome.
doesn't. Yeah, that's really awesome, and you know, it doesn't really matter. But this game is about cowboys in space. It's not about making a low-pitched voice.
That'd be a high-pitched voice.
Oh yeah, sorry, high-pitched voice.
In any case, we do have the another Reaper opening. It looks like he's got
took
the
away
gas
my
hanging
point.
out.
I had a nice point to make, and I was leading to it very long, and then you just said, "No, you're wrong. It's a high-pitched voice." It kind of made all of what I said irrelevant.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. It's fine. Fine. Everything's cool. We've got Reapers coming out. You know, we've got Reapers. We got Zergs. We got hatcheries and drones going down. You know? We got a standard opening coming out of Snute. He's getting his gas. Probably gonna get Zergling speed, you know? We're fine. It's all good. We've got StarCraft.
Most likely so, yes, and it makes my life more beautiful and a little bit more bright too, because there is no snow outside right now. And anyway, like you said, spawning pool and also the gas geyser, so there will be no greedy economic play of Snute, no very extra fast third base. No, this is going to be a standard 2-base opening of Snute. He may still go for the third, that's still an option for him. However, the way that the past games played out, I think he may go for some shenanigans of 2 bases before he goes for the third. And we already have the Reaper, Rick the Reaper, here in the base and trying to deal some damage. The Zerglings are here, but the Zerglings unfortunately are not as fast as the Reaper himself.
Yep. And because of that, we're going to get a many almost kills from the Reaper. 2 kills, 2 for real kills. And many almost kills.
Yeah. Oh, Snute doing trying to do a nice surround with 2 Zerglings. Would you imagine 2 guys jumping you up in a dark alley and saying you are surrounded? That doesn't really work that way, guys. You cannot surround with just being, 2.
Right. We're gonna jump directly into the Queen though, and that is not gonna work out. Manages to get out, and is gonna be able to heal and continue to control this map.
And there's a spine crawler here at the front, another queen, so Snute should be able to deal with this easy peasy. Now the problem for him is the lack of ability to take his third. The option for the Zerg nowadays is to just go a lot more queens than you would usually go, and go for that expansion before the Reaper arrives, so that's like extra fast, and then hold it out until the aggression ends. Now, Snute was trying to go for the second third, but Cass has taps on all of the map.
Yeah, just very interesting going for that third. I mean, I understand, that one third gets blocked, so you go for the other one, but I mean, this particular base, and he's still gonna go for it. He scares out the Reaper from that side. This may be, I'm pretty sure this is an intentional expansion pattern here, which is very different than the normal one. You usually see the pocket expansion as we're taking as a third.
Oh, but I've got the feeling that this expansion may not come to fruition, guys.
Oh, the Queen turns around. That was pretty good. The Queen was
screw
marching across the match like, I will save it, and then she sees what's going on. She's like, no, I will not. It's going away, and we'll have a last-minute cancel from the drone there. And in the meantime, Some Speedling's gonna whip across the map on the other side. Wherever your opponent is, the Speedlings can be elsewhere.
Not really
And,
Speedlings. Are
what?
they?
Oh
They
yeah,
don't have wings.
they do have wings.
Oh, I just got used to that new model, the model of the legs that are jumping up the cliffs. I got used to that so much. I did not
Oh.
notice the little wings now. Oh my
The
god.
little wings. They're very small. I was just like, I was confused. I stopped for a second. I was like, wait, am I wrong? I think that those are wings.
No.
I could be
KFC wings,
insane.
I think. Yeah, those are little KFC wings. I have been casting. I think Dimaga yesterday was using the model that you unlock with a certain level of the race,
Yeah.
and they have those big wings just to let you know there are speedlings. And just seeing them without that was kind of confusing. So anyway, guys.
Yeah. Hopefully for tournaments they can make it so so you don't see
Oh, yeah.
the skins very soon. Definitely not going to stick around for long, or at least I hope. But in the meantime, in any case, we do got mines and bio. We just have sort of a bio mine style from Cass, and going for the Baneling nest here.
Oh, that's an interesting choice. Now, does that kind of show that he'll be going a Muta transition? Yes, he has a lot of gases, but he didn't take the gases on the third. So he may try to go for Muta transition, but he may as well just stick with Master Zergling Baneling and do something fancy like, for example, Dimaga does, go straight into Ultralisks, which is a very nice mix.
He does have the double Evo up, and yeah, we do have the Spire coming down, the Baneling speed, so we're probably going to see, yeah, melee and armor
Yeah, that's
coming
exactly
down for the
right.
ground units, as is expected. And this is becoming pretty standard in TVZ overall. I see a lot of games that go evenly across the board end up with this Biomine versus Muta Ling Bane.
Yeah. Someone asks on the chat, why hate the skins? I think skins are just confusing for the viewers because you have a single unit that can look in a couple of ways, and StarCraft 2 is all about being a very clear visual experience for the viewers. This is why it is so popular as an esport. It's always easy for the new people to get in. Now, the Zerglings go in and there's a Widowmine, splat, they go, and there's only guts and blood left on the ground. However, the rest of them just goes and starts munching at the workers. Now, having a Widowmine in your worker line, I'm not sure that's the smartest idea, but hey.
But yeah, he's going to run through, he's going to get roasted off, and the damage totals are at 7. Did manage to take out 7 workers with that. Luckily, those mines were far enough away where none of them blew up on the SCVs, so...
But
Well
we
done.
have
Not
seen-
luckily. Well done to Cass for good Widowmine placement.
We have seen that so frequently, where the Widowmine would just go boom straight into the workers. Now, to sum up the losses, it's only 7 workers lost in that run by, so not all that much. But we have seen so many times where Widowmines would just explode workers. Now we have 18 Banelings morphing alongside with 56 Zerglings. Holy smokes, this is big! And he's going for attack straight away. After that, after he's done with some nice aggression and damage, he will just switch straight into Mutas.
Oh, it gets the Zerglings and not the Banelings, and that's probably not what he was hoping for.
Oh, and the Banelings do so much damage right now. Most of the Hellions are dead. A couple remaining, but that's barely not enough. And the Zerglings are just streaming in. They don't really care, you know, they are the internet streamers. Probably Zerglings have most viewers on Twitch TV. I know that was a bad joke, but I still made it. So,
well, I mean, the thing is, though, is because there's so many of them, they all watch each other. Zerglings watch fellow Zerglings, you know.
Yeah, it was still a bad joke. I shouldn't have come up with that. But anyway, there are a ton of Zerglings on the map right now, 56 of them, and Snute is switching to the Mutas, and he's also going Infestation Pit, so maybe, let me venture another wild guess, maybe he's switching straight into the again, why am I forgetting unit names? What is wrong with my brain? Yes, Swarmhost! Yes, I mean Swarmhost! No, I mean, sometimes my brain just goes all blank and I start to wonder, what am I doing here? Who am I? What's my name? Oh, I'm casting. So what I was supposed to say, I don't know. Please help me. No, access denied. That's what my brain tells me.
Yep. Sometimes your brain just changes the password on all of your critical information.
It's overheating. It's like when your PC hangs because it's overheating, and you would know something about that. Anyway, a huge wave of Zergling baiting here in the worker line, but it doesn't do too much. It just does barely enough damage to keep Cass on his toes. But all the baitings explode, and two baitings are in the workers. Oh!
Workers are very low. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a misclick there by Snute, and he accidentally hit a lot of those banelings off on the orbital command that would have been really useful in that fight.
And the mutas go in, but they don't have enough firepower, especially with some lurking Widow Mines. And by the way, Widow Mines have replaced the lurker in StarCraft 2. These are the intended, lurkers of this world. Now, what do we have of Snute? Snute will be losing this fourth base of his. He doesn't really have enough units. He will focus on harassing with his mutas, which is what he wants to do. But Cass will be protecting against that. However, I see he only has 2 turrets. I'm not sure that's enough.
No, I would have to agree that is not enough. He doesn't have the Widow Mines protecting him at a lot of his bases either. The forward bases.
And the Zerglings are there. Oh, and he loads the Marines into the Medivacs. That's not so good. Medivacs will run away for a second there. Oh, yes. Belly.
It's really too bad that Widow Mine was on cooldown. Almost led him right into that. That would have been a really big hit.
And that Widow Mine wished it wouldn't have shot earlier. It would be a perfect hit for the Widow Mine now. It's just left there sad and alone with only 14 kills. And a Widow Mine is a Sergeant in StarCraft 2, apparently. At least that's what it says here. Hello, Sergeant.
Sergeant Widow Mine.
Boom. I mean, that's not really the conversation you wish to have with your Sergeant, but hey, this is StarCraft 2. It's purely fictional.
I mean, I don't speak Widow Mine. If I were a Marine, I would be totally lost with it.
But the mutas go straight for the Medivacs. Nice move by Snute and cutting away all the Marines. Now we have a lot of them still in the background, and the Mutalist number just dwindled, but it doesn't really bother Snute. He just goes with the baiting bus in this base and taking down the planetary fortress with him. 25 worker kills right now piling up. That's such a nice score for Snute.
Yep, he really managed to take down the base there. And a lot of times it can be very dangerous, especially with a planetary. They can be very hard to take down. You can have your banelings wasted on that, but he did make the right move, made the decisive move there. He's actually going to send in a couple of links here to clean up the straggling worker line while the big attack comes in from Empire Cop.
Oh, and Snute has enough. He's going for ultras. He has a ton of banings and zerglings, but they will just blow up in all the acid explosions with the Widow Mines, but it seems it was barely enough. And now some mutas are left standing, but there are only 3. A total, yes, from all the 20 mutas he had, there's a total 3 of them left. But the same thing can be said about Cass's bases. He doesn't have more than 3 bases right now, and has to start worrying about that.
Yep. Oh, he leads him right into some Widow Mines to finish that off. Unfortunately, a lot of the Marines die as well. There's not a whole lot of defense here, but not really sure. He went back and forth for a bit there, but he is going to go over here. But yeah, big ultra switch here. Kindness plating, +3/+3, all gonna finish out at about the same time.
And by the way, Snute is doing a very nice thing with sending some of his Zerglings up front to just... Oh, not having an Overseer with you, not very cool.
And there we are. We do have the Overseer now. He's probably gonna he wants to hold off here. He has another 30 seconds or so until his upgrades finish.
Yes, and
really
he
wants to be
wait.
engaging in the opportune moment.
Yeah, he wants to wait until the melee upgrade and Carapace upgrade are done, because this is where the ultras are the strongest ones. And he's also going for a lot more Zerglings, so it just seems that Snute's larva injects are on spot. However, what is not on spot is him losing the 6th base here, and what he goes for instead is a huge counter-attack, and he makes sure that Cass is not able to take additional bases.
Oh my god, huge Widow Mine hit. So many Zerglings and Banelings falling down. But it might not be enough. There's a lot of Ultras here, and they're cleaning house. They're just cleaving through all of these units. The Widow Mines are hitting them, and they don't even care. It's not really a big deal to them, and what is left? What is left for Kast?
Well, what is left is some drops, my friend, because Kast is now dropping here at the natural and at the third as well. And Snute doesn't really pay attention to that. I'm not really sure this is a good choice for him because he may lose this natural. Yes, he did. Uh-oh, looking bad right now. Snute got just his attention divided and it's not looking good. Kast losing bases left and right, but he's trading it extremely well with his drops, and Snute is just not able to kill him off while sustaining heavy losses himself.
Yeah, and we've moved into a 2-base versus 3-base situation. Kast has this command center here. He's landed it, but he's not mining.
Oh, and Snute is going for it. He wants to make sure there's as few Terrans remaining on this map as possible, because that always means trouble. And now, he
we
goes
can't
in with
land
the
here.
Zerglings.
Oh, that was a big mistake.
A very bad move of Kast. However, those Ultras will pay for that. Oh, a nice trade. Losing a command center for 2 Ultras in this situation, it's not that bad for Kast. And again, Snute making sure that this expansion cannot really rest there safely. It's like in the Alien movie scenario.
Yeah, and he's following up with Infestors now, Snute is, so we're gonna move to Ultraling Infestor style, which was a very strong style to play in Wings of Liberty, and it still works quite well. 15 Infestors on the way, so very, very heavy Infestor use coming up here.
I think Snute was mining gas of so many bases that right now he realized, oh, that's a nice pile of gas I have there in store, and he just wants to use it. So he goes mass Zergling, mass Ultra, or at least as mass Ultra as he can, and then the rest of the gas goes purely for Infestors. And we will see how that works out. Against a Bioforce, if Kast doesn't manage to spread it out nicely, it will be horrible.
Yep, and really nice use of the Infested Terran
Wow.
to clear out that Widow Mine. Temporary units, absolutely the best at clearing out Widow Mines.
Oh, and Snute goes in, but
Really nice
the
fungal.
Infestors get shot down. That's not really good. Another fungal lands on top of the Bio Army, and will we have more? You know, the Terran's units are now just choking here, but they are still surviving, and the Medivacs are running out of energy. That has to be considered as an important factor as well.
He's actually going to sweep around here. Nice little move. He's going to have... I don't know, though. The Infestors are all alone. If Kast realizes this, he can take them all out. This is a big risk. He's going to run by and kill a whole lot of workers here with the Lings.
Yeah,
He's going to pay no attention to it at all.
Why not? Oh, and Fungals go here for the workers. I'm not sure that was such a good choice. He needs the Fungals to deal with the Bio Army. He doesn't have just enough Ultras to be able to take down all the Bio Forces. But hey, killing workers, always cool. Oh my god!
Yeah, well, the issue is there's 21 SCVs and 76 drones.
Yes, but we have 80 workers killed for Snute right now, and like you said, 21 SCVs. So Snute knows what he's capitalizing on. That's a very smart choice, in fact, and just forget about our criticism. Anyway, we have the engagement right now, and the Ultra goes down. The Banings are not yet hashed, and oh, huge Fungals go straight for the Terran's army. Will the Banings do the rest of the job, or will they not? Uh-oh, the Bioforce, even though heavily wounded, yeah, it goes straight for the Zerg, and the Zerg doesn't have anything to defend himself with right now.
Actually, all these medevacs are running out of energy. They're not actually going to be able to heal that back.
I told you it's an important factor.
Not a situation that comes up all that much, but now we're going to be seeing it.
You
we're
only
seeing it more
carry
and more.
so many missing limbs with you in the medevac.
Yeah, eventually you run out.
Yeah. Oh, I need a hand, General. We don't have hands. I need a leg too. We don't have legs. Anyway, a couple more Fungals. This is all chewing up on the energy on the Medivacs. They are not able to keep up with the healing. And Snute seems to have a wind of that. So the Zerglings, whenever they engage, if they engage, they will have a nice firing range here. Oh, except the Widow Mines. They always hit badly.
Yeah, this is looking really nice for Snute, especially if he can capitalize on this lack of medevac energy, this really bruised up Marine Marauder medevac army.
So there are 2 new medivacs and they come up with a full stock of energy, but still Cass's army is heavily wounded. Checking up the army supply, it's... oh my god, the army supply is in favor of Cass. How did he do that? I was just mistaken because he had not so much supply and his army was dwindling down, but eventually Cass has a much higher army supply, 130 supply against 78. This is not looking good for Snute. Oh, some nice money
Really
fungals
nice
right here.
fungals here.
Yeah, and landing them on top of those heads. Hey there guys, what's up? Want to go for a beer? Sorry, the beer has mushrooms instead.
Poison mushroom beer. I'm just picturing that happening.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you want a beer? Oh, it's poison mushroom. Mario's in the background. He's like, I told you, I told you not to drink that beer.
But you are now bigger and you can shoot fireballs. Oh my god, what those
the
mushrooms
poison mushroom.
were.
You lose a life. You lose a life if you have the poison mushroom. Gotta watch out for that. Do the poison mushrooms.
I'm not sure why Snute did fire that ball of goo to the medivacs, but hey, you know, bogey always nice.
Yeah, and I really like this. You know, we have the Infestor. People are like, oh, the Infestor got nerfed. Oh, it's a skill shot. No one's gonna use it anymore. Oh, this dude's like, no, I will use it. It is still very strong. I can still make it work.
It just leaves space for the people who dare to use it. And oh, nice fungal straight on the workers. You can see how slow the bogey travels from the space, but still getting nice amount of kills, and we're piled up to 90 workers killed by Snute. And a Widow Mine here burrowing. Oh, will it burrow though? Oh no, it doesn't manage to. Oh my god, did you see that? And another one.
Very big hit. He's going to kill him with energy though. Going to finish him off here. I don't really think the infested turrets were necessary.
Cass is going for the third here, and sorry, for the fourth, and Snute doesn't have anything to defend it with. He has to back away. This is not good. Whenever a player just backs away throughout the whole map, it is not good for their karma. And oh, nice prediction skills with Cass. He just stimmed some of his units to make sure they get the wind of the fungal instead of the main force of the army, and Snute doesn't really manage to catch that, and he lost his expansion. This game is so freaking intense.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got epic long distance mining from Snute. He's gonna be able to get that face in a second, but Cass is down to almost nothing. If we look at the income, because he's got mules, he has the higher mineral income, but he's got almost no gas income.
Yeah. Hey ho, there we go, mining on the go! It's jolly feeling for us. We're deserving of not Cass. Sorry, it did not really rhyme.
That almost worked. That was
yeah,
really
almost why.
I was getting pumped about it. Oh man. Yeah. Next time. Gotta work on your freestyle skills.
Yeah. Anyway, Cass moving in for the third base, and oh my dear god, Snute is going to lose this. It seems Snute doesn't have enough forces to keep up with this, and Cass is just on fire. Units killed just pile up for Cass, and army supply wise, also Snute falling behind very heavily.
Yeah, just Marine Marauder Medevac is just this really cost efficient unit composition. And look at all those medevacs. He's got so many medevacs. He's got 17 medevacs. I don't think he's going to run into any healing problems anytime soon.
So he could have 17 Marines being bitten on the ankles by 17 Zerglings, and 17 medevacs would be healing that, and guess what? None of the Marines would die.
Yeah, but Cass, just so you know, he's mining off of one mineral patch right now. That is all. He has more mineral patches he can be mining from, but he's just mining one, and that one has just ran out.
Oh, yeah, and the workers just start scratching their heads, and oh, what's going on? Oh, some nice fungals landing on a couple of marauders, but you know, marauders are something that you expand when you want to get rid of the energy on the infestors. That was a nice fungal though. Nice skill by Snute here. And Cass is pushing this, although not with all of his forces. He wants to waste Snute's energy with just a bunch of his units, and he's taking advantage of having so many medivacs. His units just refuse to die. They are like, you know, they are not Jim Rayners. They are freaking, how do you call that actor? Steven Seagals of the StarCraft universe.
Oh my god, and the Marine Marauder medevac is cut through. Snute is out of fungals, and he's on the run. It may not matter that Chas has absolutely no income right now.
No, it won't. He has enough medevacs, he has enough stuff. And we have GG of Snute, and my god, this has been one difficult game. Whew. I mean, this has just got serious.
There we are. And the score is now... Is that even again? Are we 2-2?
No. It's 3 against 1 for Cass. So Cass is owning the day, guys. We need a little bit of a rest. Let's give the players a minute or 2, or even 3, for a commercial break, and them to catch a smoke, or maybe grab something to drink. Don't smoke, guys, but the players can. They're pros. We'll be back with you after a short commercial break. Right, chaps, so we're already powering up for the next map. It is going to be GSL Star Station. And by the way, I'm a big fan of that map, even though everyone criticized it at the beginning, and there were so many disbelievers that this map will ever make it to the tournament map pool, but guess what? It did! So anyway, we will start quite soon, guys. Yes, there was already a beeping of the StarCraft 2 heart somewhere there in the servers of Blizzard, and now we go straight into the game itself. It is 3-1 for our good friend Cass. Anyway, Jack, shall we carry on with the pleasantries? You're still muted, you know, being muted
Absolutely.
is pro. Yeah, it always happens to the best. It happened to me so many times. Once, I have been leading, or I thought I was leading a training session, an online training session at work, and I was talking and doing the introduction. There were like 40 people listening to my technical training, and I was starting to give out some of the details, and then someone asked, so is this training postponed? And I just checked my microphone, and holy smokes, it was muted. That's the worst feeling ever. You have to start from a scratch. And how many times did it happen to me to record a movie on YouTube with the sound muted? This is the worst feeling ever. Especially,
oh no! Especially when you get it just right. Oh
yes.
my god!
And you say,
it's like,
oh,
it's the perfect take.
Yeah.
This is the one, and then no sound. And, oh my god!
This time I've got this. I mean, this time I really nailed it. And by the way, once I did a 40-minute video that was muted, And just because I pressed space at the beginning, and space in XSplit makes the microphone go mute sometimes.
Oh.
So I was making an announcement that I will be switching to English, and I went into explaining why am I abandoning the Polish StarCraft 2 scene, why I want to test my skills and go for the challenge being an English professional caster. And it took me 40 minutes of explaining and you know, thanking people for the support, and it turned out very nice, and it had this warm family feeling to it, and I thought, God, I nailed this movie. This is exactly how I want to announce it. And then I checked the recording, and it was all freaking mute. The worst feeling ever. But anyway, here we have Snute making a hatchery first build, so that's worth noting right now.
Yep, and we do have the gas at the usual time, so very likely there is the Reaper. See the Reaper. And Star Station is a very open map. It's probably the biggest defining characteristic about this particular map. So things go like Ultralisks, Zerglings do very well. Melee units get really good surrounds. A lot of different attack paths where you can get those surrounds from. So not quite as strong for something like a big mech play where you want to be fighting in a little bit tighter corridors and you don't want to be surrounded. So maybe we'll see some bio play out of Cost today, but never know.
By the way, what is worth mentioning on this map, and by the way, I always wonder on Star Station, why doesn't the wind catch Overlords and just make them fly away into the empty void? I mean, this is a flying Star Station, so I understand that the ground units are just sticking to the ground, but the Overlords, they should just make a whoosh sound and we would see them fly by, somewhere then being burned by the engines of the Star Station. It never happens.
Yeah, I think there's probably an atmospheric bubble around the Star Station itself that has some artificial gravity to it in order to maintain. I mean, really, if we're in space, if you don't have any sort of artificial gravity type thing, I mean, nothing will stick to the ground.
Some nice Reaper. By the way, if we were in space and we would be captured in an atmospheric bubble, if one of us would fart, the other one would just have a bad day.
Yeah, that fart is not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's staying there forever.
Bubble. Unless it's a really big atmospheric bubble, then it'll just sort of dissipate. We'll be okay. Yeah. But if it's a small atmospheric bubble,
yeah, we're stuck in one room. I wonder how do they deal with that on the space station. I mean, they are in very close rooms. I imagine that they don't have too much air there. And what if someone just, you know, eats something bad and they go a little bit of a... And what then all the other people do?
Well, they hold their noses for the entirety of the ride. And when they get home, they say, we want an air filtration system. Why didn't you think of that? It's not filtering out farts. It's filtering the carbon dioxide, great, but there are no farts being filtered out.
Anyway,
methane filtering.
Enough! We need to stop this. I mean, enough with the ridiculousness. Let's get back to the game itself, although I enjoyed the chat really. So Snute right now is defending himself, and I think it's really important to mention that he's going a rather quick Roach Warren, and he'll be playing this off two bases. On this map, being such an open map, it's so damn easy for the Terran to cancel off the third base being built for the Zerg that the Zergs very rarely nowadays go for the extra fast third.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if we're going to see some sort of two-base play. We have 3 gas, 4 gas down. So we could possibly see a lot of roaches out, but I think it's more likely what you said. Just going to use the roaches to go ahead and secure that third and maybe put a little bit of pressure back on the Terran.
Yeah. So anyway, what do we have here from Kaz? And by the way, people on the chat are just generally appreciating us right now, so it's nice to hear that you guys like the cast. It's very important for us, for you to like the cast, not only the games itself. We try to be a nice, good background for the games themselves. Of course, there are the epic stage upon which everything is played, but it's still nice to have some nice sound in the background to ballsy guys talking. So Snute going with only a couple of roaches here, making sure he has enough to deal with the Hellions, and just notice he didn't overproduce the roaches, he just made 2. That's exactly what he needs.
Yeah, just a really nice move here, and after that going right into the Bane Nest and the Spire, so Probably going to see some Biomine versus Lingbane Muta play on this map. And there are, as many Blizzard maps have, there's lots of airspace. That's really one of the big defining qualities of most maps made by Blizzard, is that there's more airspace on Blizzard maps than pretty much any other map. This is the GSL version, but
yeah, I just wonder, are they encouraging anything with that airspace?
Well, Mutalisks for one, drops, and any sort of air action for another. I mean, it's very strange now to find a map. Never mind. On the map analysis, he's attacking the third base here. Small little attack. The tank is going to scare him away, but he's able to do a decent amount of damage to that orbital command. If it weren't for that tank, he might have been able to focus it down.
And Snute is also going for centrifugal hooks, so he wants to close the deal off right now. He's also going for Spire, so he seems to be heavily intent on making sure he just kills off as much as he manages off Cass right now. But Cass reading it nicely and just going for a turret here.
Yeah, I mean, that big Muta switch coming right in. He wasted off his couple of roaches. He doesn't need them. Just be going with the Zergling play and just getting on 4 bases really quick.
And going for a macro hatch, that is most definitely a sign of overwhelming aggression incoming, alongside with 2 evolution chambers. So right now the Mutas are just on the way, but they will be soon supported by the good old style Zergling Bailing.
Yep, really, really nice placement here. We do have the sensor tower keeping tabs on everything and making sure...
and the Zerglings go in, and that's enough for the Mutas to be able to go into the fray, because the Marines are not that big of a threat right there. And Snute, well, he has to be careful. He's losing his Mutas. You don't want to trade Mutas against Marines, but oh my god, he did it! He just has enough Mutas to take all the Marines there, and he seems to be intent on keeping the aggression up. As long as he keeps tabs on the numbers of Marines down the ground, it's all cool. He wants to do that.
Yeah, this is starting to snowball here. He took out a lot of forces, and there aren't that many Marines out on the field right now. He can just run in here, kill a tank, kill another tank. This is really big. This is a lot of damage. He keeps coming in here. Even using that Overlord. Did you see that? He used the Overlord to absorb the missile turret hits while moving in to kill SCVs with Mutas. This is Snute.
This is as Snute as it gets, guys. Now, the siege tank went down, and you know, the Zerglings come into the fray. They just spread around the worker line to make sure siege tanks get a couple more workers. But oh my did you see that? Only 2 workers killed the entire game. You would say it's probably around 20. No, it's not. It's just 2.
That is kind of amazing. I suppose he has been...
What do you mean by kind of?
Kind of amazing. It's
amazing.
It's not freaking amazing. I mean, I'm not freaked out. I'm just sort of awed. You know, sort of, whoa, it's kind of amazing. How did that happen? You know, not like, wow, that's really amazing. You know, because I mean, I don't know. I just feel kind of amazing. 0 workers killed. Now that would be very amazing. I mean, personally, those are my personal amazing levels. I don't know where your amazing levels are at currently, right now. But we might have to calibrate after the show.
I don't have an intelligent response to this.
Pulls are quite there.
You just, you just 1-0'd me. Right.
Sometimes that happens. Yeah. It's totally okay.
I try. No,
Everything's
I try.
fine.
It's not okay. My father told me it's not okay.
We got Mutas, we got Zerglings, we got Starcraft. It's okay. Everything's gonna be fine because we have Starcraft right here. He's gonna come down and just blast the crap out of that missile turret, and he has free reign over here. Delicious, delectable SCVs
yum.
to eat up for free, and he's gonna take down this geyser. He's just cutting away at the gas of his opponent, left and right. In the meantime, big run-by comes into the main. Cass getting torn apart here.
Oh my god, 19 workers killed by now. This is not looking good at all for Cass. By the way, did you ever wonder how Mutas eat? Do they actually use the tubes to suck in humans? To feed themselves?
I would imagine it's similar to an elephant. They would use the trunk to grab things.
Yeah,
and
I mean, they should change the animation totally. Whenever they kill Marines, they should just suck them in like a vacuum cleaner. Just that would look so awesome. The Marines terrified. Ah, no!
Ooh, we have a big push across the map though. He's got Thor Marine going across. It's going to be difficult in a direct engagement for these mutas to do anything. Cass knows that. He's making a big move here.
Oh, but there are so many baitings to deal with that, although I'm not quite sure about the pathing choice. Oh, and they go for a surround. Nice splashes, and straight for the Marine Ball.
In the back. It's not going to be enough, though. It is not going to be enough. There's too many Zerglings, too many Marines left over here.
Where did the mutas go? Were they teleported out of this universe?
I believe teleportation is exactly what happened.
Wow. I mean, okay. And
no, they flew over some Marines and were largely taken out. There's only 5 left.
So we have a ton of mutas being produced right now, and Snute is still on free bases, mining heavily. That's okay, that's cool for him. But then Cass does what he always does. And it's going to be caught by the mutas. No, they're a fraction of a second too late with that first firing range. They could have destroyed a medivac full worth of units, but no. And now Snute just goes for a surround of the mech units, and
nice moves here.
Some nice blows. That is something. However, there are Marines being healed, and Snute just GG's. He doesn't have enough larva to keep up the production, and Cass just decimated Snute in this game. Cass is already leading 4-1. Is that 4-1 I'm seeing, or was I wrong with the score?
You are correct. That is 4-1.
Wow. That's not really a result I was expecting, but knowing Snute, he'll probably get back to the series. We'll see at least 2 more games. I hope we will see even more games than that, but that's where we stand right now. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching YeGuys TV. We'll be back after a short commercial break with even more awesome Snute against Cass StarCraft 2. My name is Yegwin, with me casting is the Jack Attack, and remember, after the stream we have a free Heart of the Swarm copy for 1 random viewer, so stay tuned. Be a tuna, stay tuned. And beep, 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 we go, guys! Just like the Roadrunner. Here we are starting with the next map, which is going to be... Oh my god, it is Ohana. so exciting. And by the way, I may just seem a little bit overexcited, but those series of matches that we have, my god, they get me pumped up, and it's hard to restrain myself from being too excited. Now, Jack, before you fail, you're on mute, so I just want you should know that. And here we are, spawning the bottom right corner. His name is...
Liquid Snute.
Who's not on mute. And we have here, spawning the top left corner. His name is...
Empire Cast.
Exactly.
Liquid Snute, I'm not on mute. Oh god, the rhymes today, the rhymes.
Well, you
Absolutely
should have
ridiculous.
seen me casting in Polish. I was like the freaking mastermind of the language, and I'm just, you know, I'm like one of the superheroes who have just lost his strengths, and I'm regaining them again in StarCraft 2, casting it in English. So in a month or two, people will be calling me the Superman of StarCraft 2. Now that's not really likely to happen, but still, I would like to have some of my skills back. It would be really nice to be the superhero, or at least the good guy.
I mean, you're the good guy. You're the good guy to me.
Oh,
you're
am
the
I?
good guy to me.
Oh,
yeah, you're the good
so
guy.
good.
Yeah,
I'll send you
it's okay.
flowers.
All right.
I know I promised you flowers a lot of time. I never delivered them. Sorry, they must have been lost somewhere on the Atlantic. I mean, that's probably what happened. I did send them though. It's all, you know, blame the post. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, I mean, you owe me at least 7 dozen flowers. I'm counting. I have a Yegwin sending me flowers book, and I'm writing down all them. So when I finally see you, I better have a lot of flowers waiting for me. I'm just saying.
So, and Cass going, and I was going to mention that, but we had such a nice flow. Cass is going for an expansion build first again, and he's going to follow up that with barracks, which is not probably the most optimal way to play it out, but it's most certainly greedy.
Yeah, it's nice. You only have 1 weak point in your wall if you wall up with the barracks and not the supply depot, so it works very well in that kind of a way. It also is a little bit safer because you get the barracks a little bit sooner. But yeah, so good play all around. It's gonna go for the gas. Gonna have some sort of follow-up related to that gas. I would imagine some. What do you think, Reapers or Hellions?
I would say Hellions, but please don't quote me on that.
I mean, I won't quote you, but it could go in the StarCraft 2 quote of the day, so I can't help.
It's most definitely
quote.
going to be Hellions. Like famous last words.
Famous last words.
Before Mass Reaper happened, yeah. But I you know, considering the few gas barrels that we have, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be a factory transition with some Marines and yeah, not too many Reapers. And also, Cass did scout with his SCV, so that's a big tell that this is not going to be a Reaper play.
Yep, absolutely. I think a lot of the times when we see the command center first, the Reaper is not the option. I think it's just because that the Reaper gets so delayed if you go command center first that you're in there really late for the scout, and you can't afford to do that, so you have to do the scouting with the SCV.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. 100% bonerific.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not laughing. I'm staying calm. No problem.
So we
I'm
have
laughing at the
a
jokes,
factory
alright.
follow-up, and as we said, this is going to be a Hellion play. Alongside with that, there may be a couple of Widow Mines, always nice. Yes, there are going to be Widow Mines, because there is a third command center. Very usual of Cass, however, it always excites me to see a triple command center build. It's always very ballsy. And in that scenario, you usually want to have at least some Widow Mines to deal better with any roach or Ling aggression that may be thrown at you.
Yeah, and we have to keep in mind too that Cass is on match point. If Cass wins this, he wins the whole best of 9. So he can feel a little bit more comfortable because he's up 4-1 right now. Whereas Snute is like, well, I have to win this game or I lose the whole entire best of 9. So a little bit more pressure on Snute right now, which I'm surprised actually we haven't seen any sort of cheese at a cost. Just a really solid macro player here, macroing it up, not taking any risks.
I think that he's taking huge risks in terms of his style of play with the triple command center build. if, for example, Snute would go for a 1 or 2 base all-in with the Zerg, that would be some heavily difficult stuff to deal with for Cass. But you know, Cass is in an extremely safe and a comfortable position right now. He can just play along. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, do whatever you like. I have won so many games. I just need one more, so I can just hope for luck right now. It's the moment where I actually can start hoping for luck.
Yep, he's just gonna get into his groove and play his usual game. It looks like if he wins, then he's done. And if he doesn't win, he's got plenty of room to breathe.
Oh,
So we have a little bit of an. Oh, I'm sorry. You do the thing.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God, the Zerglings go in. Not good. Run away. What is happening? What are those bugs? I don't know, but we have Hellbats on the way. That's cool. It's good that their flame doesn't touch us.
I know, right? The big cone of flame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the SCVs are fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm wearing resist flame armor. I have like 100 resist flame, so it's easy. Yeah. I played World of Warcraft. Every single of the SCVs has played World of Warcraft. Unfortunately, the same cannot be told about the Zerg and Protoss workers.
Right, but it's like every single team, every single player has a different flame. Somehow their fire is different because it affects the other SCVs of the opponent, but never their own. You know, so like, oh yeah, we have this special, you know, armor that only repels our flame, doesn't repel any opponent flame. Well then, okay. I really wish we could upgrade this armor to repel against all flames, but I guess it's the best we can do.
It would cost 5 minerals more. I'm not really sure we can afford that. You see, we're going for a very fast triple command center build, so sorry. Yep. Yeah, and anyway, we have a drop here, and Cass sees this base. However, he lets it go in favor of going for some drone kills. Hey, let's see how he does.
Wow.
Nice drop, but the losses are not really piling up. So far we have 3, and the Hellbats have been dealt with. After 3, worker skill, that's not even cool.
Yep, those big first hits made it seem like a lot were going to fall down, but Snute with lightning fast reaction time, just excellent defense there.
Yeah, so let's
now,
see.
Can those Hellbats not fit through the minerals? Is that what was going on over there? I'm going to have to test this out later, because I'm pretty sure that they can.
What?
But, yeah, that gap between the minerals, I wonder if they can't fit through. They are quite big.
That would be something fancy.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would patch it soon, but anyway, we have Snute going with the roach run by here, and with so many roaches, it is just dangerous. And they go for the potential 4th base to check first, and what will happen now?
Drop coming in here.
A big drop, exactly.
He sees it coming, he's in the right position. He's not sieged up, which would maybe not be as helpful because he could drop right on top of him here, but he sees it coming, yeah, and then he's got that Viking to put a timer on it. Looks like Snoot's going to fall back and make maybe a regular attack, a normal on-the-ground attack at the 3rd.
And Cass just drops all the roaches. He drops 1 roach? What the hell is he doing? I don't know.
Yep, he's sending the rest over to the 3rd. He's getting a lot of SCV kills here.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, 10 SCV kills, that starts to be looking good for him. And Snute seems to be trolling Cass, flying around with those overlords, showing, hey, this is just a decoy. No, it's not. There are 2 full overlords, even 3 full overlords.
Yep.
Worth of roaches, and the Hellbats
and now he's
go there.
Drop on the tanks. What a play!
Brilliant! This is just brilliant, guys. Beautiful play by Snute, and he just decimates the defense of Cass. Cass is not really able to handle the pressure.
Wow.
That was ridiculously good move. Oh my god.
Makes him keeps the overlords in there for enough time to make him think it's a fake. Wait until the engagement, sieges up the tanks, then drops the roaches on them after taking out the 3rd. That was really nice. He
just starts wondering, what are those overlords doing here? And the overlords go like, not much, you know, just hanging out, and then roaches, you know. So that's a big issue to deal with. So anyway, we'll go straight into the next game, guys, and we'll just give the players some time to rest and go for a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. More awesome StarCraft 2 coming right up. Snute 2 against 4 points of Cass. We'll be right back. Okay, this time the commercial break is a little bit shorter, so we'll be going straight into the game going to be hosted on Nuclear Precinct. And boink, boink, boink goes the StarCraft 2 heart residing somewhere in the Blizzard server rooms, guys. We're getting propped up and ready. Here we are with potentially the final game, the point breaker for Kaz. He just needs one more victory. He's going up against Snute, who is very far behind with only 2 victories in this best of 9 series. Anyway, guys, you're watching YEGADISC TV. This is a show match we brought to you especially to make this evening even a better entertaining evening than you thought it is going to be. So right here, right now, spawning in the bottom left position of Nuclear Precinct, he is
Liquid Snute.
And in the right side, right hand corner, bottom of the screen again, we have Empire Kaz.
Indeed we do.
Yeah, indeed we do. Yeah.
And I was actually thinking where you talk about like the heartbeat of StarCraft with the beep beep beep. I think it would be such a cool little unlockable to get different interface sounds. So like it actually is the beating of a heart whenever, like, to get you pumped before a ladder match. Like as the countdown goes, it's just like dum 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 dum. You're like, oh my god, here we go, I'm playing a ladder match.
You know what would be the best countdown ever?
I don't know.
I would love to hear Chris Madsen telling me, "Get your shit together!" before the game. I mean, most players are so freaking stressed out before the game, so having Chris Madsen to yell at you before you start the game, that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah, or have like Mike Morhaime be like, "Don't blow it!"
Yeah.
Right before.
Be careful. We really worked hard to make this game happen. Don't screw it. No pressure. Now we can start.
That'd be quite good.
So far the introduction go. We have Snute going in for an expansion first build. Nice and dandy. Kaz this time. Oh, he's not going for a command center first. He's just going for barracks.
Yep, looking like another Reaper Scout. Very nice, very nice. Gonna see what kind of damage can get done, and mostly he's gonna see what kind of scouting can get done.
And Snute very
solid.
By the way, Snute extremely solid with his scouting. I see him doing this every single game. He always goes around the map, checks every possible spot for the proxy raxes. And this is a trademark of a really good player. This is what, you know, differentiates the awesome players from only good players.
And this is the kind of situation where it's gonna work out a lot of times. If you can cheese as Kaz right now, if you're ahead, you have that breathing room, you can cheese and maybe just close it out. It's very an expected move whenever you're behind in a best of whatever show match or match at all, that your opponent is going to cheese you whenever you're far behind. So Snute, always on top of his game, playing lots and lots of games, and very much used to that. Maybe the 8-8 barracks, or 11-11 barracks, or any other barracks timings.
Yeah, and anything that works really. We have a Reaper here, trying to deal some damage to the Zerglings. One of them, unfortunately, won't be going back home for Christmas now. Kaz is doing pretty well scouting-wise. He is just suffering from the lack of units here at the front. Maybe with even more Reapers, he would manage to kill off a Queen or two. And this puts, again, Snute in this very quirky situation where he cannot go for his third base. Whatever he wants to throw down there, it would be instantly denied by the Reapers. Unless he manages to get a nice Reaper kill, but that's not really possible with the Reapers having that medkit with them.
Yep. As long as Cass stays on top of his Reaver control, he should be able to get full scout, maybe a little bit of harassing, but no kill should result of this.
Do you imagine the
Occasionally-
moment where the medkit was introduced for the Reaper? I mean, I imagine this huge building facility, research facility, doing research all day and night and working tiresome to find the new Terran upgrades and tech, and then we have this gas leaving the building, and we have some champagne corks screwing off, and we hear we hear the scientists. We have came up with a great idea how to improve the Reaper. How is that possible? And they hand in a medkit to the Reaper. You know, that's what the best scientific minds of Tarsonis were able to come up with for the Reaper.
Yeah. You know the lore behind why the siege tank now comes out of the factory with siege mode already?
Oh, well, just, the lore behind that is that one of the races has to be overpowered to control them all.
Not exactly. But apparently, in the Project Blackstone, they said that the scientists basically realized there was a bunch of bathrooms in the tech lab, and that, or rather in the factory, and they didn't need them because everyone's got bathrooms in their biosuits, so they would use that to build the siege tech on the tanks while in the factory. That is legit. That is legit Blizzard lore. And that is the explanation behind
Sounds
it.
legit. Anyway, we have Hellions and a couple of Reapers trying to shoot down a Queen. I mean, against Snute, it's not very likely, but he still has to be careful. This drone, oh my god, a ninja drone!
Around.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, it's cool, I'm chilling out, no problem at all. I won't cause any issues, officer, please just don't kill me.
Ooh, this is a lot of firepower now. He's really building up his count. He's going to be able to take out some of these queens if Snute isn't careful.
Uh-oh, and when you say firepower, you actually mean it, because there's actually literally a lot of
One
firepower
queen down.
here. And they
run
go
by. He's
straight
gonna go
for
for
the...
drone kills
Uh-oh.
now. The roaches are out, but he's still managing to get a couple of kills.
Oh, and the drones align so
my
nicely
God,
like
one
the
more hit.
planets.
Not gonna get
Just like the prophecy said, and we have 16 workers killed right now. Oh,
Yeah.
such a good money run by for those Hellions.
16 workers indeed. That kind of intense.
By the
That
way,
is
someone
kinda-
asked on the stream, where can you find the stream schedule? Hey, you can just go to our Facebook page. On the top of the page where you can see the Facebook cover, we always keep an up-to-date calendar of all of the events. The same can be said about our Twitch TV channel, so whenever we're not broadcasting, you can see the upcoming schedule seen here. So no problem at all. We also have a public Google Calendar, but that's more complicated to explain, so I won't go into that right now. Anyway, we have Snute being here as awesome as always, going for the mass roach, and he's only on free basis. He doesn't really intend to drone up just right away. He wants to do a nice big roach run by already 22 roaches, and that's going to be some heavily intensive crap to deal with for Cass.
Yeah, this is a really strong push. He's continuing to build roaches behind it, and he's not saturating the third. The third is just for larvae at this point in time. He's got 3 Widow Mines. He's going to be triggering them off here. Oh no, only one. That splash damage is going to be a big hit. The second hit of splash damage there.
Yeah, but the roaches go in, and there's nothing in the bunkers. There are not enough bioforce, and the marauders are not really enough to deal with so many
Hammering away
workers.
the SCVs.
Oh, and the angry mob of SCVs with so many wrenches, will it deal enough damage? Oh my god, the roaches are burrowing. What is happening here? I don't
He's
really...
still building roaches. He's still building roaches, and his attack is dying. I don't think that he's going to be able to recover from this. We do have 3 drones on the way. Yeah,
still...
this is a really painful attack from Snute.
But as
He's
painful
hurting.
as it is, if he doesn't transition properly into a more economic play, he will just lose it right away. Because, doing some nice damage, this is perfect. And, how many workers have been killed? Oh my god, 21 workers. But that's not enough. If we just follow up with more roach, and Cass gets the wind of that, then he will be able to defend this nice and easy right now. Or at least should be able to. And
Yeah.
if you fail to produce enough drones to carry you out to the end game, you're wasted.
Had those workers not fallen for Cass, this would have been Snute being very far behind. But as it is, he's going to manage to pull ahead in economy, and he's going to get that third base nice and saturated.
Yeah. And ooh, well, running away. Yeah. So yeah, Snute realizes.
GG.
Snute realizes what happens. Yeah, this is not a very epic ending of a series. However, Cass claimed this 5-2. Is that the right way of saying it? 5-2, this
Yes.
best of 9 series. Thank you very much. So
That is
anyway,
correct.
for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, my name is Yegwen. With me casting was the Jack Attack, and we are the Yeg Attack, as someone called us. I'm not really sure that's a really good nickname for the duo of us, but hey, yeah, the casting Archon was already taken, so there's only so much we can do. So anyway, guys, make sure you don't go anywhere, because after we just thank the players for showing up, there is still the free Heart of the Swarm giveaway. We do that every single freaking stream. We want StarCraft 2 community to be bigger, to grow bigger, to be better, and just encourage people to play the game by giving out free copies everywhere. And this is and some of you have been asking, do you really do that every stream? Yes, we have already given out like 30 copies of Heart of the Swarm itself. No problem, guys, no problem. We want everything to get back to the community, either in form of the matches, the tournament, or the free Heart of the Swarm for everyone. Hey, that's how generous we are. So we'll be back with you soon after our commercial break. When we're done with the Heart of the Swarm giveaway, there is going to be a question session. If you want to ask us some questions regarding our casting, give us feedback, that will be the perfect time to ask that. Anyway, we'll be back in 3 minutes, so don't go anywhere. We're watching you.